What makes a supervillain tick? Is it the quest for ultimate power? Or maybe the urge to wipe out all of humanity? Or maybe it's something simpler, like a lifelong vendetta against the hero? Unfortunately, most big-budget superhero films choose one of these options when writing storylines for their villains. But there are some superhero movies that really take the time to flesh out their baddies into relatable, even likable characters. A lot of people like to point to Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker as one of the all-time greatest supervillains. While Ledger's dedication to the role and the iconic chaos that follows the character around make for a great film, the character himself is hard to relate to. He's just insane, and they say as much in the movie.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
The unpredictability of the Joker is what makes him so terrifying, but there's no room for the audience to sympathize with him, so the only emotional response becomes fear. So what if we kept that unpredictability, but gave it a purpose, one rooted in a personal, emotional turmoil? Enter the master of twist endings, M. Night Shyamalan, and his great superhero movie, Unbreakable. Samuel L. Jackson's Mr. Glass is a man searching for someone like him, and in that search he's lost all value for human life. By the time it's revealed at the end of the film that he's been responsible for several major disasters over the years, the audience has already had 90 minutes to get to know him and to empathize with his condition.
Now that we know who you are, I know who I am.
The destruction caused by Mr. Glass is personal and rooted in a deep loneliness that's present in the character throughout the film, as opposed to the Joker, who seems driven only by anarchy. Obviously, not all villains' motivations can be revealed at the very end of the movie, but they can be driven by the same kind of emotional desires. In Brad Bird's Pixar superhero classic, The Incredibles, young Buddy Pine is snubbed by Mr. Incredible. Feeling rejected by the super community, he grows up to be Syndrome, a character driven by a single goal.
I'll give them heroics. I'll give them the most spectacular heroics anyone's ever seen! And when I'm old and I've had my fun, I'll sell my inventions so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super! And when everyone's super, no one will be.
Syndrome is driven by jealousy and a twisted sense of egalitarianism, and the scene at the beginning of the movie gives us a window into why. Mr. Incredible is kind of a jerk, and we can see Syndrome's anger towards Super rooted in this one interaction. So by the end of the film, when we get this scene, the audience enjoys a measure of triumph along with Syndrome. Superhero movies can be really powerful stories when told correctly, but they are often short-sightedly based on a simplified foundation of pure good versus pure evil. Villains with a sense of purpose, a believable and relatable motivation, and a well-rounded backstory often shine out as exceptional in an oversaturated genre. Hopefully Hollywood is learning. Spider-Man Homecoming's villain, the Vulture, is terrific and terrifying. He's motivated not by a desire to conquer or destroy, he just resents the rich and powerful. And who can't relate to that?
The world's changing. It's time we change too.
With any luck, this marks a shift in the way that supervillains are written.
Tonight's forecast, a freeze is coming.